Olatu Bosu, 58-year-old pastor of the White Cross Church, has been killed by armed robbers at Sampa Valley near Weija as the community experiences a fourth robbery attack in 3 days. The proprietor of Weija Trust School has also been shot by robbers. The latest attack carried out on the Weija Trust School left the school director with gunshot wounds, but it's the gruesome murder of pastor of the White Cross Church that's left residents crying for police protection. My colleague Komladum visited the area, and here's his report.
10:11 and I take gunshot. I'm a friend about to gunshot. So we were thinking, say, a few people.
We had gunshots, and we came out to look at what was happening. We found the pastor lying in a pool of blood. I saw 2 gunshot wounds in his back, so we rushed him to the hospital.
At the sound of gunshots, some neighbors poured out to the scene.
It's a software, OTTM, F, Frey. It's your honor as we had America, a buyer. You buy a Toyota mattress with the house. The general honor me call ho. And I say, my man, here too. Also, I beg, one man they smoke for the top there. I say, that one they cool. The honor me say me also me feel through now. My one issues now, and I'm transfer my car no. Not tuning in a far ho. To us not done in no hear me. Honor me the man who never ha no. To another ha. Also 2 last one another ha.
We had shouts and screams from a distance, and we came out to meet the confrontation. But it's the narration of 28-year-old daughter of the deceased, Naomi Asantewa, who was with her dad when the robbers struck, that's got residents the more terrified.
Had people screaming, "Pastor, Pastor," and came out only to see my father lying in a pool of blood. This was around 10:50 p.m. I became terrified and started screaming for help. There was a taxi driver around, so we asked him and rushed to Akawe Hospital. When we arrived at the hospital, they asked us to transfer him to the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, where he was confirmed dead. I later went to the police station to give my statement. The rate of robbery attacks in our area these days is very alarming.
Later on, me bag be my meeting nice near the idea for the betra ocean and see pastor near the idea and go and say, or no, so a 2 day.
Family members, neighbors, and friends of the deceased have been visiting his home to commiserate with them. Residents say the robbers spare no one, not even livestock are safe.
Dear Sampa Valley had the ammo hard train. Every day and night in ammo hard train. In Coco, in Ponte, Nyama, had the dorso.
For Helen, Naomi, and Harry, the only way out of a situation is increased police patrols and visibility in the area, which has become notorious for all sorts of attacks, day and night.
Very much frightened. And in 3 days, 4 robbery attacks in the area. It makes us feel so much unsafe. So we would want the government to increase police.
How about the other residents and your neighbors? How are they dealing with all of this?
Everybody is afraid. We need the presence of the police much in this area.
Sampa Valley is just one of the areas recently affected. At a private school at Baria, a school director and his driver were shot by 2 gun-wielding men on motorbikes who demanded they handed over monies they had just withdrawn from the First Atlantic Bank on a sunny Wednesday afternoon.
11 to 12 in him. Car no eba na motor susun edi achire into am be cross so anim e ti say no edututu say bring the brown envelope no mo kenti papa no mo shoot ni wie na omo fa envelope no na mo je car ki nto kan na
It was a daylight robbery. 2 people on a motorbike chased the school director and demanded he brought the money. They shot the 2 occupants and sped off with the money.
What happened again?
I'm afraid a police for by now school for a show inside don't see police back home. Don't afraid now for police for mobile. No more ever should be on far can at the coy. Shooting in sa and our driver no so in 9 and ordinance say G2 and inside him and then 9.
Let's go live to Sampa Valley now. My colleague Komla Adom is with the proprietor of the school who was shot. Let's hear them.
Ghana cities. And we left the bank. So we didn't know anything until when we were about to enter my premise or my house. Then the motor just crossed us and started shooting that we should bring the money in the envelope. So I saw the children, they are just age of between 18 to 24. So what?
So you saw them, you could identify them?
Yes, I identified them. Back to them, and one of the guns shot my hand, and the other one they shot the driver, shot his leg and arm, and we are arrested too. In fact, we are taking us to the Akaway. From Akaway, they refer to.
Komla Adom there speaking to the proprietor of that school who received some gun or who sustained some gunshot injuries. Well, the Accra Region Police says it is deploying more men to these areas to combat crime following the recent attacks, while investigations into the attacks are underway. Public Affairs Officer DSP Efiatenge has been speaking with Gifty Ando-Apia on the pulse.
We've had a number of robberies that have occurred within Weija, of which the Sampa Valley that we speak about is also part. And for now, we have about 2 reported cases. And apart from the 2 reported cases, yesterday we had an unfortunate incident of a proprietor of a school who was trailed from the bank, and he was being robbed at the entrance of the school. The police have taken notice of that, and we are also trying as much as we can to see how best we can also bring relief. For our presence are felt. The place is under the control of the Weija Divisional Command, and from the briefing I had, they have even had a meeting just this morning with the Residents Association, because they have realized that there are a number of entry points and exits where anybody at all can just use these unapproved routes to get their destinations, and it is creating a lot of problems for them. So they've had a series of meetings with the Residents Association, but from what I am getting, we are beginning to have this kind of problem just around this week. For some time now, the place has been very serene, with less records of especially violent crimes like robbery, and so what we are seeing this week. So this means that our operational strategies that we have put in place for some time now within the area is working. So if we are having reports of this incident, that is very worrying, and for that matter, the police is much concerned about what is happening, then it means that we have to revise our strategy. Then it means that we have to ensure that we increase our presence to bring some sort of relief to the people of the area.
You're watching Joy News Desk with me, Bernice Abubaid. When we come back, we'll be talking about homosexual rights in Ghana. Do stay.